Not really, because I came to Australia when I was a little kid. So I remember a little bit, it's a rough country. I'm from a rough, Africa is a beautiful country. But I was, we had to leave to come to Australia to start a new life. So yeah, for me, my mom was a very, big, she was a very hardworking woman, just to provide for me, to make sure me and my sisters, we always have the best, you know, we always have food on the table, always have clothes on the back. So she was a very hardworking woman. So I always remember always having food to eat and everything. So I didn't really experience much bad thing. The bad thing I probably experienced just the war, because the war came, we have to go to a refugee camp, and then from the camp to came in Australia. So yeah.
And are you the eldest in your family?
Yes, I'm the oldest. Yeah, I got I'm in between. Yeah, I'm in between.
So how many siblings?
I got two.
Two.
Yeah.
A brother and a sister?
No. I got two sisters.
Two sisters.
Yeah.
One elder.
Yeah.
One younger.
Yeah.
So you're like the role model?
I can say no. So yeah. So it depends, Because my older sister, she do her own thing. I do my own thing. I probably think the younger sister is the role model, because she's go to university. She's a midwife, she studied, she finished degrees and everything. So our mom kind of love her the most, because she kind of did what my mom wanted her to do, because I didn't. My mom wanted me to be a doctor or engineer, but I didn't want it to, school. I wasn't a big fan of school, but you don't have to go to school to be successful. That's one thing I know in life, I feel that school is just a basic step to give me a regular job, and for me, I don't want to get a regular job. I want to be able to work for myself and do what I want to do, as long as it makes me happy, so yeah.
And I seen your interview earlier, and you mentioned your trainer. I don't know if you still with him, Mark Christmas, right?
Mark Christmas is my mentor.
A mentor.
Yeah.
Are you still training with him?
No, my trainer is Dib. Dib was my first trainer. Mark Christmas was the guy who met me on the street and took me to introduce me to Dib. Yeah, so Mark Christmas like a mentor to me. He's like, he always called me to see how I'm doing, how's the fighting going. Sometimes he'll take me to different gyms to spa and stuff. So yeah, Mark Christmas, he was the guy that introduced me to fighting. Yeah.
Since when you start to realize, oh, this can be a profession?
Since I was living in Thailand. But I didn't really take it that serious, even though I was living in Thailand. I was just taking it as a hobby. So I was just like, oh, this is cool. People follow me, people interested about me. I was just, But now I kind of seeing the opportunity that fights, the door that fight can open for a person, and seeing that opportunity and thinking about it, be like, oh, this is a very, very great sport, and this is a very, very great opportunity, because it can open a different dimension towards you, so you can have a lot of opportunity, you can meet a lot of successful people, and that's the great thing about fighting, and that's why I kind of look into this. I'm like, oh, I'm going to take this to the next level, because I feel like if I do take it to the next level, I can learn a lot from it, and I can gain a lot of opportunity from it.
Okay. Let's say you probably get involved in the industry quite late, right?
Yeah.
So you started probably around 17?
18. Yeah.
Okay. So you stay in Thailand for a very long time, and probably met up with several experts, and who started their career probably around 7 or 8.
Yeah.
So do you feel pressure?
No, when I started, I was 18. For me, what I thought is it's not too late to do anything. I started when I was 18. In 1 year time, I had about 15 fights with Dip. Yeah, 1 year, 15 fights, and all win, and then went to Thailand. And because when I started it, because I was a kid who always loved fighting. And then fighting for me, it was where you can fight, you don't get in trouble. How cool is that? And they'd be like, oh yeah, I can go to this place and fight either I get beat up or I be the person about nobody get in trouble. You know? And then when I find out that, oh, if you become good in this, you get a little bit of money. And I'm like, wow, what a great job, you know? So going into Thailand and then realizing it's like, Jesus, these people, this is how they were born, you know? You got two lives. You go to school, or army, or be a Muay Thai fighter, you know? So it's like, they started when they were 4, and I'm like, oh, man. And I started when I was 18, so I feel like, but you know what? That should motivate me more to actually step up. And I say, when I went to the gyms, you know, it's like, I see kids who like had 300 fights and stuff. And I'd be like, you know, my goal is I want to take out the best fighters. So I want to spar. I want to be training with the best fighters. You know, because you know every gym they got the golden boy. You know, so and I'm like, I want to take out that golden boy. And that was so I had a goal to train. So I always used to be the first one in the gym and the last one out of the gym. And if you go back to Thailand, you go to Iman and AA, you ask them about me, they will tell you I used to train pretty hard. You know, because in the end, it was worth it. You know, in the end, the guy called me the jackpot because he saw me. I had, it was Mr. Sambun. Yeah. I only trained, I didn't really train much with him when I trained. Probably I had like 1 fight with them, and then I went to Thailand, and I stayed at Iman and I trained at Iman for like 3 years, and then came back. Yeah, but Dib was my first trainer, and then had 1 fight for Nagbe Evolutions, and then went to Thailand, and then stayed with Iman and Mr. Sambun. He's the Thai guy. Very nice person, and yeah, and just train and fight there, and I just love fighting. So in the end, I had to leave. They didn't want me to leave. Yeah, because it feels like I was good. You know, even when you go on the Imminent Air web page, you're still gonna see my photos on there on the internet web page. Because yeah, I was like the golden boy there because I wanted to be. You know, so I had a plan. So for me, starting as the 18, it just motivated me more. You know, it just made me feel like, you know what, I can be better as same as these people who started as a 5 years old or 10 years old and they had 105. You know, for me, I don't found fighting like starting how long, whatever it is, win fights. I found sometimes experience take parts, but also if you know this, they always say hard work beat talent. You know, and so for me, I feel like if you put in the hard work and you just worry about yourself and just have your plan where you're going and don't look sideways, you know, you can be successful in what you want to do. And that's what I did when I was in Thailand. All I just did was train, no party, no woman, nothing, just train and fight.
You get very strong mentality yourself.
Yeah, but sometimes, like for me, I don't really have a strong mentality. You know, sometimes you break down, you know. And if you break down, you just need to stop, look back a little bit, and then you might appreciate, you know, how far you have come, you know, and that's what I do. Being a fighter, for me, I'll speak for myself, you know, mostly. For me, physically, it's not the problem, it's mentally. You know, doing the same thing over and over, it can be hard. It can be very, very hard. So it's a very hard sport for me. So that's why it's like, sometimes you might have a breakdown, but that's why you also need a good people around you to kind of like push you back and be like, oh, yeah, you need a little break. You know, you need to do this, you need to do that. You know, to miss the sport again and then to come back again. You know, so that's how I appreciate everything. That's where I am today. Because now, by moving back into the bush and meditating and praying and following God, you know, and doing what you love, you know, it kind of like calm you down and it just kind of make you humble and make you look around, you know, and appreciate what you got. And don't worry about what you don't have.
So have you ever imagined a life without Muay Thai or kickboxing?
No.
Like maybe you might finish school or just get enrolled in the army?
For me, it's like, I don't really think about what I don't have.
Okay.
You know, so there's no point of thinking about what you don't have, because if I don't have it, then that means that I don't need it. But if I want to have it, that means I'll work towards it. You know, so for me, because being a fighter, if you think so, it's gonna disrupt you from going forward. You kind of understand. So I don't really think about what. Yes, maybe one day I might open a gym. Maybe one day I might be a promoter. Maybe one day I might be a businessman. You know, who knows? You know, but that comes too by being a greater fighter. You know, so everything depends on fighting. You know, it's like building a house. You have to have a platform, right? So if you have the platform, then you know what you're building. But if you don't have a platform, you know, and an architect will draw you your plan and everything, how will you know what you're building? You know, you can't just jump on, oh yeah, I'm going to build a wall, you know, this and that. Nah. You have to sit down, plan and draw and everything. So it's the same as fighting. You just have to concentrate where you go and where you want. And don't worry about what you don't have. Because if you graduate towards it slowly, you might have it. Yeah, so I don't worry about that.
Okay. And for one thing, you probably will call you lucky that you fight every big name in Thailand, right?
Yeah.
Like for Bacau twice?
Yeah.
And for Yosan Klai twice?
Once.
Oh, once. Okay.
The second time is coming soon.
Oh, where is that?
It's going to be on Kunlun Fight.
Okay.
I won that one. The first time, I think I won that fight. You know, for me, I'm not scared to fight anybody. You know, people can say it's a luck. You know, I'm blessed. You know, that's why I believe in God. I believe in Allah. You know, you have to be lucky to get to. First, you have to put in the hard work, good people around you, and then the luck. You know, say, you believe in God, hard work, good surrounding, then lucky. You know, you create your own luck. True or false? So people can say I'm lucky. I take that. But for me, I believe that I create my luck. You know, God helped me create my luck because I believe in Him and I put in the work and I had the best people around me to give me the fight.
But did you panic? Like run into someone like Shansai?
No, I never panic. I never panic when I'm fighting them. For me, it's like, as I said before, I don't worry about them. I just worry about me. You know, I think maybe that's the difference from me and other fighters. I don't worry about the names. I don't worry about yes, I do respect them. Yes, if they beat me, I give them respect. And then I'll say, yes, you guys are better than me. I respect you. Then I look forward to improve on my mistake. But till we fight, till I know we're fighting, I am not going to worry about you. I just worry about me, put in my hard work and train. And when the day comes, we fix it up. And that's what I did with every fight. Yeah, so it's like now I can say, yes, they are legend because they beat me. They prove it. Yeah, but if I'm going to fight them again, I forget about being a legend. I just worry about myself. I don't care how good they are, what to do. I just worry about myself, and then when the night comes, we get it on. And then if you beat me, I will bow down to you and respect you and shake your hands and say, thank you, you're a legend, because you open the door to make the sport like this. You know? So for me, I respect every opponent after fight.
Okay, after the fight.
Yeah.
And about the upcoming fight with Designing Stewart, and it now comes to the best of three, right? Because you have a win, you have a lose.
Yeah.
And about your first loss to him in the first year of the Clash of Titans.
Yeah.
And what did you do afterwards?
After
it was a narrow win for that guy.
Yeah, it was a close win for him. For me, it's like I made a mistake, and he took the advantage out of it. And I always, after that fight, I always say, yeah, he's a good fighter. He's very tough and very strong. I respected him after that, you know. And my goal was to beat him again. And I waited slowly for my time, and then my turn came, and I took it. So for me, now is the third one. I just have to worry about myself and don't really care what he's doing. And then it comes on Sunday night, we're going to set it in. But I just went back to the basics, that's all. Just sharpen the knife, you know, waiting to cut some meat. Yeah, for me, after that fight, I just went back in the gym and started training. That's what I did. Went back to the old thing again, running, training, running, eating, sleeping, and that's it.
So you prepare particularly for someone who just generally eat, training, sleep?
That's what I do. For me, I just do my training, eat, and sleep. That's all I do. And we got a gym, me and my trainer now, we run together. You know, we train other people. We try to share our knowledge on. So we train, work, train, eat, sleep. That's what we do every day. So there's no changing. You know, the only change we can do is mentally. That's all. Because mentally, it's a very hard game, you know. So mentally, if you're mentally right, you can do whatever you want to do. Excuse me for that. You can do whatever you want to do. So for me, training-wise, it's the same.
Okay.
It's the same because the only thing you try to do is just mentally fix everything, all that little detail. You know, it's like car. You sit in your car, you drive it every day, going to the same place, coming back. You have to take it for service, right? Yeah, it's the same as fighting. You're training. You have to fix your mind. So we that's what I do. And I'm different from all the fighters. I'm speaking for myself. That's what we do. You know, we kind of base our training camp on like driving a car. You know, you have to change your oil then and there. So then and there you have to fresh up your mind, take a break a little bit, come back in and go hard again.
Okay. Yeah. And the last time I heard about in your interview that you mentioned you are building a gym yourself?
Yeah, we got a little studio now we work on, Dip and Victory Zone. You know, me and my trainer now, we kind of bond together where we work together. You know, it's like the master and the apprentice, you know. So we're kind of working slowly to build it up now. We're trying to go bigger. So yeah, we're working on that slowly back in Australia. So it's like, as I said, fighting opening doors. So if you're a big name, people will come to your gym. So yeah, we're kind of like working on that slowly at the same time, concentrating on the fight. You know, just trying to enjoy the fight life, what the fight bring me.
Okay, so you're still planning it? Or?
Yeah, we got it now. We're still trying to go more bigger. So now we've got a little one that we train up people from out of like a little studio.
It's already open to the public?
Yeah, it's open to the public. Anyone can come in now. So we're just trying to go more bigger now. So it's the next step to go bigger. So, and that's what we're working on now, slowly. But yeah, eventually it will come to life, you know. Every dark night there's come the brighter day. Yeah, so yeah, that's the good things about it.
You refer yourself to some kind of dark night?
For me, I refer myself into the bright light.
Okay, bright light. Okay.
Yeah, because being in the dark sometimes it's not good. You know, I like to see where I'm going.
Okay.
But sometimes it's good to be in the dark light because people won't see you much, you know. So then when you come on a brighter day, people go, oh, they'd be surprised. Yeah. You know, and that's me. You know, I like to be mystery, you know. So it's like, I like to go, like to lost some time and then just come out, boom. And then people be shocked. And then they'd be like, oh, he back again. You know, I like to give people something to talk about, you know.
Are you like the role model now for the community?
Yeah, kind of, you know, kind of. But mostly, for me, I don't really like to be a motivation speaker. I just like to tell people, because being a motivation speaker, I don't believe in motivation. I believe in discipline. You know, I believe like if you are disciplined and you know what you want to do, you can be successful. So that's why I always try to tell kids. I'm like, stop listening to motivation speakers. Start listening to that. The motivation people the speakers, they was disciplined to get where they want to get to. You know. So for you, if you can be motivated for a few seconds, but if you're not disciplined to do it, how are you gonna do it? Do you kind of understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like if you got a goal, you set a plan down how you're gonna get to it. I don't think why you will need a motivation speaker. Because you be disciplined. You're gonna wake up in the morning, do this, do that, and slowly you're gonna graduate towards it.
Okay. So, all fights aside, can you share us a little bit about your personal life? Is that your wife? Or
yeah, my wife. I love my beautiful wife. I love you, babe.
Yeah, you share a lot of posts. You share a lot of posts on your Facebook and your social medias, right?
Yeah, with my wife. You know, without my wife, I wouldn't be here today. You know, she's a beautiful woman. She supports me a lot. You know, so you know, I really appreciate her. You know, it's very hard. You know, when I was growing up, my mom told me, if you find a woman who can cook and clean, you should keep her. And my wife, she not just beyond cooking and cleaning, but she is one of the most supportive person apart from my dad. and she's one of the most supportive person I have, you know, because she put my needs first before hers. So she always try to push me towards my goals. So if I say, oh, let's move here because I feel like this is better for my career, she'll say, okay, no problem. She'll quit her job, she'll quit everything, and then she'll follow me. So she is a very big impact towards my career. So that's why when I'm fighting, I'm not just fighting for me. I'm fighting for her and my team. So it's not just me in the ring there, you know. So that's why I had to step back and calm myself, you know, because I got responsibility now. You know, I got people that look up to me. So it's not just beating me, you're beating people behind me. And I say, fighting is just the face, but beyond that, it's more than fighting for me now. You know, so that's why I had to take it very serious. So, you know, I shout out to my lovely wife. You know, so I love her a lot.
I put it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love you, babe. I really love you, and thank you for all the support. And this win going for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And does your company with you? Do you training fights sometimes?
She doesn't really like to see me fight. Yeah, sometimes she, like, if I fight in Melbourne, she comes and watch me, but she get terrified. Yeah. But like apart from that, she like to watch me fight. You know, she love it. She love to support me. So, like, she love it, but she doesn't like to see me get hurt or get punched. She's like a mom. And I don't like to see the baby get hurt. So yeah, that's the problem.
You keep a pet?
So,
rabbit?
Yeah, I got a bunny rabbit. I got a little bunny. Yeah, her name is Rascal. Yeah, so a little bunny rabbit, you know, it's a very cute little thing. You know, we love her. We try to look after her. You know, she's like a little kid. You know, it's the first step having a baby, by having a pet. You know, so get a pet, look after the pet, buy the house, and then we're gonna try to have a kids. So yeah.
So you're planning it?
Yeah, planning it. You know, in life you have to plan stuff. You know, it's not everything go right, but as long as you plan it, you know, you can always find a way around it. You know, so it's good to have a plan because then you know where you're going. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. It'll be the end to it. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
谢谢。